Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, before we start this review, I want to make it crystal clear to everyone who's new to the channel, because I know if you've been subbed, I've said it bare times, man. Mortal Kombat is my favourite fighting game of all time. Like, my hype and expectation for this movie was so high. Like, I just wanted a good Mortal Kombat movie, and yeah, let's have a chat about it.
Mortal Kombat.
So this is a brand new Mortal Kombat movie, man. I'm so excited for this movie, and for the most bit, I actually really enjoyed this movie. There were things I didn't like. I will talk about them in a little bit. But yeah, let's first cover the story. By the way, there is no spoilers here. I know it says in the title, but do not worry. If you have not seen the movie, trust me, proper vague story, no spoilers. Also, if you're not subbed, yo, hit the button, man. Story-wise, I know a lot of people are expecting, and to be honest, me included, we're all expecting, like, you know, the traditional Mortal Kombat tournament, heroes gather, go against Shang Tsung. You know how it goes, man. If you played Mortal Kombat, if you've seen the older movies, you know exactly, like, the basic blueprint for Mortal Kombat. This kind of follows it, but it doesn't really follow it, man. Story-wise, I'm going to be very vague, but I'm just saying right now, do not go into this movie expecting your traditional Mortal Kombat tournament. You are definitely not getting that, man. The story, I wasn't disappointed. I was actually pleasantly surprised how it played out, because I'm not going to lie, about halfway I was kind of like, okay, yeah, we ain't getting what I was expecting. Let's see if I enjoyed it. But to be fair, like, by the end of the movie, I was happy with the story. I was gutted we didn't get the Mortal Kombat tournament. All the trailers and stuff kind of made it feel like we were getting that. But yeah, we definitely didn't get it in this movie. However, the story, it definitely didn't suck. In fact, if you're going into this movie as a big Mortal Kombat fan, as I am, you'll be, like, fine with the story. I think if you've never seen Mortal Kombat, you've never played the game, you might be like, what is going on, man? In fact, there was, like, multiple times I was watching it, I was like, if I'd never seen this, I would be well confused, man. This guy's got an ice sword. This guy's throwing fireballs, laser eye. It is chaos, mate. If you've never seen it, you might not enjoy it, man. But if you're a big Mortal Kombat fan, the story, you'll be fine with it, man. Right, so as for the characters, I was really surprised, man. There is a bunch in this movie, and the movie's under 2 hours long, and they put all these characters into the runtime. Got to give big respect for that. However, obviously, I'm not going to say what characters, but just please keep in mind, obviously this is a movie, not a video game. There's probably a lot of people, a lot of fans who love a lot of characters. They do not get much screen time. I'm just throwing it out there now. In fact, some characters completely ain't even in the movie. Majority of them are, but there are a few, like, big names. They're nowhere to be seen. I'm just throwing it out there. There's also, again, a lot of characters that don't get much screen time. For me, I'm kind of biased. My favourite character is Sub-Zero. He's a massive part in this movie. And when he's on screen, oh my god, he is no joke. I'll talk about the fighting in a sec. Yeah, big up Sub-Zero. You done my man justice. Obviously, you've got your big names. Again, if you've seen the trailers, you know, Raiden, Liu Kang, Jax, Sonya, Scorpion, of course. They're all in the movie. All of them, the scenes they're in, I was loving it, man. Like, they done it really good. However, I'm going to just say this now. For the purpose of this movie, they've introduced a new character into Mortal Kombat, and he is the main character in this movie. His name is Cole Young, and yeah, he's genuinely a brand new character for this movie. I didn't really like him, man. I'm just, like, keeping it real with you guys. I did not get into his character. I genuinely didn't care. When he's on screen, he had okay stuff to do, but I was just like, why? It's kind of hard to explain unless you see the movie, so I'm not going to go too much into details, but he is genuinely the main character. I did not care for him. I did not like him. Maybe in the future I will care, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys, man. I didn't care about him in this movie and just didn't care. But now it's time to talk about the most important thing, the violence. And I'm very, very pleased to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's so good, man. The violence, the fighting, the CGI, everything, the sets, it looks so good, man. I'm gonna just say it now. The opening scene, you're gonna know how much crazy violence there is in this movie. It's rated R. Thank God. I could have seen this being PG-12, 13, whatever, just no. Whoever came up with the decision to make this rated R, big love. You killed it. This needed to be rated R. And some of the fatalities, with an S, there's multiple. Oh, mate, it's so good, man. Straight from the video game, mate. You know when you see it. The violence, the gore, so good. I was just loving it, mate. When I saw it on screen, I was in love. To be fair, the fighting in general is really, really good. You can tell, like, the actors are really, really doing the fight moves for themselves, man. And Again, I'm not going to spoil it. There's a few fight scenes. I was going full fanboy. There's one towards the end. Oh, yes. Just as a huge Mortal Kombat fan, I was so happy to see some of these fights, man. The fighting, genuinely, all that stuff, really, really good. Now, right, so my final thoughts for my overall score. First of all, the story, it was alright for a first movie. You know, I was a little bit salty we didn't get the tournament. You know, I've been brought up on Mortal Kombat games. I love the story so much. This was definitely a massive chop down from that level of, like, storytelling. It was fine. I rolled with it. I definitely didn't hate it, but by no stretch, I definitely did not love it. The actual Mortal Kombat characters, I really, really loved them, man. The main character, for me, I'm sorry, he was dead. I'm sorry. I did not like him at all, man. Again, the violence, the gore, the fighting was just god tier level, man. It was so good to see these characters fight on screen with such a good budget. Fantastic CGI. I was loving it. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give Mortal Kombat 7 nerds out of 10. Please bear in mind, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I can see, like, fans really loving this movie, probably giving it around the same score. However, I can also see people being pissed at this movie because there are, like, some liberties the film takes. Naturally, you know, you can't, like, do a one-to-one copy of a game of a film. That's never been done. It never will be done. And I think those liberties, for me, I was fine with it, man. I watched so many movies. I get it. You can't copy it. I can see some people thinking, like, it's unforgivable and just cutting the score down, mate. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, are you excited to see the movie? Have you seen it? Whatever it is, please let us all know down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the big love and support, and I will see you all
In the next one.